Donald Trump was in Savannah, Georgia yesterday, delivering a tough message on the border. I think Kamala Harris is going to the border today. She'll be jeered if she lets anyone near her because of the 10 million to 15 million illegal immigrants who have crossed over the border under her tenure as border czar. Cut number 36.
Kamala's illegals are also crushing your wages and stealing your jobs. Last month alone, think of this, American-born workers lost 1.3 million jobs and migrants gained 635,000 jobs. So we're putting our migrants to work at a much higher level than our own people, our own citizens. So as we create millions of new manufacturers...
This is not Donald Trump making things up. The head of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, said the same thing last week in cutting interest rates 0.5%. Let's go down to cut number 48. Again, Donald Trump on Kamala Harris.
But she's trying to con the public that she did a good job at the border. She's actually saying, no, I did a good job at the border. Remember, you know, when she says we're working on the border, she still has airplanes flying in loaded up with migrants over the border. She thought she wouldn't get caught. It took them about 2 years to figure that one out. It was a little strange. Brand new, beautiful, large Boeing jets are landing in airports all over our country, and migrants are getting out. It took a little while to figure that one out. So they
It takes no time at all to figure it out. It just is they did not want the pictures of migrants coming across the border. And it was a secret program. It was exposed by the news media. Kamala Harris, border czar. Now, the word border czar wasn't used. What President Biden said is, you are charged with stemming the flow across the border and addressing the root causes of migration from the Central American countries. She did neither. She failed spectacularly at both. Let's go to cut number 44.
And under my plan, American workers will no longer be worried about losing your jobs to foreign nations. Instead, foreign nations will be worried about losing their jobs to America.
Bravo. That is what it should be. Cut number 49. One more Donald Trump cut from Savannah yesterday.
Even whatever she's going to do, she wants to do it. She's going to, she's going to the border very soon. She hasn't been there for 4 years. The border czar. I'm not the border czar. Oh, for years she was the border czar. Right now she's saying because it's the worst border in history, but she's going to the border. It's very interesting. But you know what I ask? Well, even her policies now, they're crazy. They're crazy. They'll destroy country. But why didn't they do it 3.5 years ago? Now she's saying...
Yeah, and then Kamala Harris phoned one in to NPR in Wisconsin. I'm going to talk about this with Matt Continetti coming up after the break. When you call into NPR in Wisconsin, you are really afraid of talking to people. Cut number 50, Kamala Harris on Wisconsin NPR.
I think we should eliminate the filibuster for Roe, and we need and get us to the point where 51 votes would be what we need to actually put back in law the protections for reproductive freedom.
Okay, she wants to end the filibuster. The filibuster also means not only passing an abortion law, which is not going to pass, it's never going to pass. They're never going to get 51 people for the unlimited abortion law that Kamala Harris wants. They cannot get 51 votes right now to expand the Supreme Court and pack it. FDR tried that in 1938. I think it will fail again. Cut number 51, her housing plan.
The second is to cut through the red tape that currently, it exists from local, state, and federal levels, and really cutting through the red tape so that we don't unnecessarily burden the ability to actually create this additional housing that brings down the cost.
All I can tell you is this is a joke coming from a former Attorney General of California, which works through the California Air Resources Board, through the California Department of Fish and Game, through the Regional Water Quality Control Boards, along with the EPA, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Army Corps of Engineers, to make building housing in California nearly impossible. It's nuts for her to talk this way, but that's what she wants to talk about.